Hello, YouTubers. This is just a quick shout out to the Sarge, Sergeant Savinelli, and I just have to say a couple things real quick before I get into the meat of this and get off here. I mean, as fast as possible. And that is thank you for your family's growing up history of the foods that you were a part of. And some people say, well, this is a channel for us pipers and all that stuff. We don't have to talk about pipes all the time. We don't have to talk about tobaccos all the time. Your little ditties, your little shorts in the morning get me through a lot of my days, and I appreciate that. And so when you're going into your culinary side of it, I will say it that way, culinary side of it, shout out your family history and food. That's memories for you. And I love that because it's Americanized Italian food. There's a lot of good out there, don't get me wrong. But it's not true what we remember as food. I grew up with a Southern mother's home. We've got a eclectic different type of foods that we've ate from all over the world. A lot of ours was if you could catch it, you kill it, we ate it. Now, don't get me wrong, and I'm just saying it as a ha-ha because yeah, that was true in our life growing up. So, like you said, these are humble recipes from your history and your family's upbringing that I love. And I thank you for that because I love true, authentic, any type of nationality's food when it's true, authentic, not this Americanized, what we have turned them into today. So thank you for that. And then my other shout out to you is I got to, like it says on my intro here, my little to the Sarge, one of my saxophones. I got to show you this little guy because if this isn't a saxophone, I don't. They call it something else, but it's this little guy right here. Hope you can see it. I had to restore it when I first got it. It's not completely restored because I didn't get a good restore on the stem, but it's sanitized stem. Let me put it that way, and polished out as best I could with what it is. So that's what I consider my saxophone. This is a Lorenzo. I believe it's a Lorenzo. It's not that it's completely wiped off, but some of where they did, and I will turn around so you guys can see when they did the flats or the supposed to be not rusticated part on this, and you can see that a little bit. It does say, I mean, it's hard to see that through the screen here, but it is a Lorenzo, and you can see where it says "filter." How they say it in the I can't even say how it says it in Italian that it's a filtered, and it's a 13. And I'm gonna turn around so I can read it, but it's Lorenzo Zebra. Let me get that out there. Zebra 1378 slash, and then because of the rustication, you can't see it. It's not that it's worn off or anything. It's just when it was rusticated and they went to stamp the manufacturer and all that stuff in it, it got messed up and came off. Or I shouldn't say came off. It just wasn't that great. There you can see the 1378, and then it looks like a slash there. So I can't tell you how to judge the date on it or anything like that. But this is one of them. It's not all. I mean, I've got like I said, through a couple months of screwing up and going through eBay pretty strong and hard. I got a lot of the state pipes that are what I consider the true saxophone design, as you call it, there, Sarge, and anybody else out there. I love this little egg-shaped saxophone, is what I call it, zebra, whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know. But real quick on the housekeeping in it, I've got a custom blend that I did of aromatics, and I won't go into the exact ratios on this, but this little pipe smokes well little pipe. It takes a lot of tobacco to fill that bowl, believe it or not. It's pretty hefty bowl on that. And yeah, I had to do the basic restoration on the big guy, whatever you want to call it. And I did, but it smokes great. It tastes great. There's no what I call ghosting in it. I did use a little bit of spirits to get the ghosting out of it. But I've got a blend of stuff lift, and they're equal amounts. I get it that way just to start this out. I've got rum maple, and these are all stut lift, say it right, aromatics. And the first one is rum maple or maple rum maple, I think is how it's actually said. And I've got vanilla custard that every time I open my cellar jar of that, it about just runs you out of the room, but it smells good type run you out of the room. And then I've got stuff, can't even say it correctly, hot chocolate in that mixture. And they are equal amounts. I did it that way just to start out. I've got it written down so I will remember it. So next time and oh my God, I could not believe the strongness of these aromatics. They don't bite your tongue. Now this is a filtered. Don't get me wrong. It's the 9mm filters, not the 6. It's a 9. And there is no bite. And this is my first bowl of this mixture that I did. I didn't marinate it or let it mingle, let it absorb the different flavors in there yet. But with that being said, and get myself to get off here, is that it's just a fantastic smoke. No bite, tongue bite, no nothing. Just something I threw together because I just wanted to experiment and try something and taste good with those marrying flavors. I don't know. It tastes like that you just baked a pie, and it's got the natural flavors of the maple and the rum, the vanilla custard, and the actual chocolate, which is hot chocolate, like I said, which I got to get more of that because I love my hot chocolate. But with that being said, that's what I wanted to show you. My own personal, what I consider my favorite is what you call them, the saxophones. So that's just a shout out to you, and to let the YouTube world know that this was an estate pipe. I don't know how old it is, but as far as I can tell, it is fairly old. Rustication on it's good. It smokes good. It hasn't heated up on me. I got a quarter of a bowl through it. It hasn't heated up at all. I need to relight it, obviously, but a good smoker. So with that being said, there you go, Sarge. Show you. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but that's immaterial. Fantastic pipe, smokes well, and appreciate you doing what you're doing. And I personally like your food, your food recipes, because I'm an Italian nut. Even though I'm, like I said, Southern mother's home, we ate all kinds of anything, everything, Americanized to real recipes. But your recipe of today, which is today is the 19th of February, 2018, that is, some of these recipes fall into the southern with the greens and the leafy vegetables. We ate a lot of vegetables growing up, so my liking of vegetables is tremendous. Love vegetables. So when you start talking about vegetables and how you wilt down things and the lettuces and all that stuff, that's fantastic. So thank you again. I say keep it up. Some people might complain a little bit. You got my thumbs up today because that recipe is a part of my history also as a southern version, southern United States. And actually, my mom was born and raised in Florida. So he knew, like I said, we knew what food was all about. Just hand to mouth is the way we had to live as kids. And what I mean by that, like I was telling you in the very beginning of this, if we could catch it when it was running away from us and we could kill it, we had to eat it. So there you go, Sarge. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. And like I said, my saxophone, love that little guy. Fits in your hand good. It's got the thumb spot on the back of it, so it rests in your hand and your palm just perfectly. There you go. Thank you and appreciate you. Bye.